Right, what's up, Dragon Brew? Today we're going to be playing some Selesnya, and honestly, we want to focus on one particular card, and that's the Diligent Zookeeper today, because it might be better than Ouroboroid on some turns, and I know that sounds crazy. But one of those reasons is we get to play stuff like Curious Farm Animals. Now, this has 4 different creature types on it, so if we get the Diligent Zookeeper, this automatically becomes a 5/5, which is crazy. And then same thing with Momo, Playful Pet. This also gets 3 creature types, so it becomes a 4/4. Turns out Llanowar Elf has 2 creature types on it, and we can get some mana from that. And that turns into a 3/3. So, you know, we have Brightblade Stoat. Now, this is probably the weakest card in the deck, but I wanted a little bit of life gain, and First Strike does hold off some of the other green decks, so we'll see how it works out. We do have some Get Lost for some removal alongside some Sheltered by Ghosts. Of course, we're playing Badger Mole Cub because we have things to do with the mana in this deck. We do have Werefox Bodyguard. Now, this also has 3 creature types, coincidentally, but it can be used to remove stuff from the opponent's side. You can remove one of your own things if you want to protect it from a sweeper. You can just flash it in as an attacker, so lots of things you can do with this. We have Sentinel the Nameless City, again, has 3 creature types, so checks out here. And Diligent Zookeeper, if you don't know what the card is I'm talking about, it's a 4 mana 4/4. It does give each non-human creature we control +1/+1 for each of its creature types up to a maximum of 10. So it's actually a pretty big deal here. Of course, we are still playing Ouroboroid. Right? Just because it can be as good as an Ouroboroid doesn't mean we want to play it over the Boroid, right? We're going to play them together. And then, of course, if all that doesn't work, we have Elspeth Stormslayer to try to come over the top and finish things. Now, I think against the graveyard decks, we're going to be a little bit weak, but we're just going to try to outrace those in hopes that's good enough. Don't know if we'll get there, but we'll see. Otherwise, should be pretty fun. Also, if you want to save some money in your Magic, be sure to check out Tales of Adventure. It's toamagic.com. You can use my code DRAGON. It's DRAGN. It'll save you 5% on whatever you decide to buy. So go save yourself some money with the holidays happening and all that, and support the channel. For now, though, let's go see if the Zookeeper can keep control of all of its animals. Yeah, we'll keep this. You know what I'm realizing? Even though it's double green, instead of Brightblade Stoat, this deck probably actually needs, what you call it, the Keen-Eyed Curator. Also, it's probably bad to play the farm animals there, in hindsight. I should have just played Momo. Because if Momo dies, we at least get a little something. Okay, let's go here. I'll just assume Badger Mole is going to eat it next turn. But yeah, I might make that change now that I'm thinking about it. Like, double green is harder to cast, mind you. But it is a 3/3, and it can remove stuff from graveyards, which I think is going to be an issue for this deck. But everything else, like, even the Curious Farm Animals, we can use against artifacts and enchantments, so that's something. Alright, how dead is a Badger Mole Cub? Oh, not much dead at all, actually. That's interesting. Don't hate that. A little surprised, if we're being real, but I don't hate it. Yeah, attack with these 2. Don't want to attack with my land, because that could still have value. Though I don't think they would block, but you never know. Yeah, now we're just looking for one of our big bodies. We want Elspeth, we want Zookeeper, we want Ouroboroid. Those are the only cards that matter right now. You know what? I'm actually going to block so we can scry. No other real reason. Oh, jeez. Yeah, don't want that for sure. I'm just going to dig. I don't even think I want that. Like, it would have been better to have at least something there, I'm sure, but... another Momo. Great. Alright. This is just bats, it looks like, on the opposition side. Alright, there's an Essence Challenger. You got it. Yeah, this is kind of now or never. We either get the card, it's in our next 3 or not. Oh, opponent was like, nope, we're not even going to let you scry. Fortunately, we didn't need it. We just drew it off the top, which is great. And then, yeah, we will offer up an exchange here. Would have much rather... This is a case where I was saying, like, if we had the Zookeeper here, our attack is so much bigger on that turn. But it doesn't matter. Opponent can't beat that, I guess. But yeah, like I was saying in the opener, it sounds crazy to say that in some cases the Zookeeper is better than Ouroboroid, but if you think about it, this would have been a 5, this would have been a 4, this would have been a 4. So we would have had much bigger attackers here, and we could have just forced the issue and just made it awful on the opponent. But either way, didn't really need it here. Ouroboroid was good enough. All right, I made some minor adjustments to account for the curators that we just added. We'll see how important that is. And I think here to minimize damage over a couple turns, I think we go ahead and just play this on green. Play this. And then I guess technically we could Badger Mole Cub into a Curator, which seems reasonable. Not the mix of things you normally see with the Badger Mole Cub, but there's a plan. We have a Zookeeper. Breakout, sure. Their own Badger Mole Cub. Well, I guess with that deck being popular as well, Curator does carry some extra value. Ooh, we have 2, 4, 5, 6 mana. So I guess we can just do this. And then this. And then attack for lots many. You can figure out what you want to do from here, opponent. But yeah, Curator can also remove stuff from graveyards, which is nice. Also, by the way, if we play Ouroboroid after a Zookeeper, it's going to be +2 power, so it starts at 3. So yeah, if they don't get rid of the Zookeeper here, the game's just over. I mean, I guess they could have an instant speed removal tournament. I don't know. This feels pretty good, though. All right, another breakout, sure. Yeah, I don't think anything they get here is really going to have that much value. I mean, they're staring at 2 4/4s. I mean, those are blockers. I mean, they may not be a lot, but they're something. I think the problem for them here is they're going to have to just block with everything next turn. All right, let's get rid of some stuff from their yard. So Curator's already showing its worth. That's cute, but we're just going to do this instead. And then everything is super big, and then we go attacking. Yep. Crazy. Oh, I just realized. I was thinking I was going to have to... I was like, how did I have an extra attacker? But I ended up playing 2 spells last turn. This time just playing Ouroboroid meant I had 5 attackers to their 3 blockers, so they just died regardless. All right, cool. Let's keep it. Hey, guess what? I'm going to do the same thing. Only I'm probably going to have to use a shelter on their Badger Mole if I were guessing. Nope, it's a paw patch. So we actually don't have to do that. Okay. Well. And this is going to be tapped. So what if we do this? And then put a shelter on... I want to put it on Llanowar Elf, is what I want to do. But also by putting it on the Cub, they don't get rid of our Elf, and there's a chance we get to play Ouroboroid if we draw an untapped land. All Alright, I'm going to put it on Cub. They can have some counters. I'm not too worried about that at this stage. This is just do what you're going to do. Alright, another Llanowar. You got it. And a Pollinator. Alright, I mean, there's a chance they play something big next turn. Alright. Oh, wait, we tapped wrong. I could have played Farmer or the animals and then, I wasn't even thinking. No, yeah, because I could have got 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I could have. Dang it. That's a mistake. Innkeeper's Talent, sure. And a Pollinator. All right. I mean, we're also in a situation, I was going to say, where we could just Elspeth and win. Yeah, just tap 2 quick there. Definitely could have played that alongside. We had 5 mana. But next turn, I think we just play Elspeth, pump everybody, then they get an extra bonus from the Ouroboroid. Once we start attacking and gaining life, we'll be far enough ahead that it wouldn't matter. Well, this is a pretty easy mulligan. I don't even think that's a question. This is better. Actually, I guess I'm putting an Ouroboroid back. That doesn't hurt as bad, though, when we have Zookeepers we can draw, so that's a thing. So this is kind of interesting, because it's like, do we just run Stoat out first? Let's see if we find another 2-mana thing, because if so, it might be worth going Stoat first, let the Stoat die, then play the Cub. And then maybe Cub gets to play something else on that turn. They obviously have something for 1 red to shoot a thing here. I say obviously, I guess it could be something that pumps a creature, but I'd put more money on it's like a Burst Lightning or some such. Okay, we did not find what we were looking for. So now I have a tough choice to make. I think we just go Stoat still, though. And Stoat will just die here, obviously. 0 chance of survival. It's tough, though. We didn't get any of our, like, 8-1 mana things, nor did we get any removal or whatever here. So this is just a tough situation for us. Alright, pumping once. So they still have another removal spell here. That's basically what that means. Alright, so let's play something high toughness. Alright, well, that's a start. Obviously not going to get us all the way out of trouble, but it's better than nothing here. Slick Shot Show Off, that's a real problem, unfortunately. That could lead to us just dying here. Unless we find, like, exactly sheltered by ghosts, but even that I'm not certain of here. Well, that doesn't suck. like that's a thing. I think we have to play Badger Mole Cub, though. What's the best way to go about this? Because I kind of want to... I want to give ourselves the chance of doing something with Ouroboroid next turn, though. We might just have to do this. Turn that on. Play this tapped, I think. And then pass? I guess we still get to attack. But, yeah, not looking great. Because we're going to have to chump off some things here. And then just shoot down the Slick Shot, I think. And I don't even know if that's enough under the circumstances. They're just going to shock us. That's disappointing. And then shoot us again? Yeah. Alright. You got it. Oh, wait. We go to 3? We go to 1. That doesn't kill us. Oh, and they didn't even attack with their other dudes. Oh! So we have extra life we shouldn't have here. See? This is why I tell y'all about giving the GGs before the game's over. That's why I don't even like giving GGs at all, unless I know for sure it's over. Because stuff like that happens. That's crazy. Oh, they found a lightning strike. Well, we didn't find a shelter by ghost, so it doesn't matter. They still win anyway. God, that sucks. We were so... If we had a shelter here, we just turned this game all the way around. Ah, that sucks. All right, GG's opponent. GG's. Okay. Opponent goes first, huh? Yeah, I guess we keep... yeah. It's not bad enough to get rid of. No matter how I slice it, I'm like, I sort of wanted to, but it wouldn't matter that much. I mean, so far, Keen-Eyed Curator hasn't punished us mana-wise, so I like that. Yeah, I'm not going to love that, though. Let's see what type of removal/bounce spells you're playing. Now that I'm thinking about it, Curator just has a bunch of random good uses. Like, even against this deck, you can remove stuff so Talent can't get things in the yard. Yep, Furnace, my dude. You got it. Sounds like a plan. Yep. I have a version of this deck that I'm probably going to feature in a couple days. Still working on it, though. Alright, we'll try this. Then if none of that works, we do have Momo get Lost Shelter, so we'll see how that ends up. Sokka is discard and draw that many. They're only drawing one, which means they probably have a bounce spell for our Sentinel. If I were guessing. Yeah, that's a little suspicious. No thanks. Interesting. And then they did nothing. I don't know about that. Something's not right here. Let's do this. And try to shelter. I'm pretty sure this isn't going to work. Really? That actually happened? Huh. Well, that's a surprise. Okay, well, that was unexpected. Like, I for real don't know what to do now. That was, I assumed something was gonna happen. I'm like, okay, I might have to get lost or Momo or whatever. Yeah, I guess we just leave mana open now. Like, sure. I mean, obviously, they just need to find a bounce spell, and they'll be back in business. Which is one of the reasons you like having stuff that removes things from graveyards, because then they can't just keep doing it with the Storm Chasers talent. And that taps more of their mana. Sure. Don't hate that. Now, I think we just go ahead and get rid of you. And then go to 10. And I'm sure they'll spin their maps or whatever here. Nope. They're going to move over the Planisphere. Okay. Oh, now aren't you special? Let's see. If we play that, turn a land to a creature, then we tap that for 2, 3, 4. Though there is a world where I want to get this down. But yeah, this is fine. Having more blockers is probably more important. Let's go and do that. Play that. Get this down. Show you this again. Alright. It's not a bad little setup. Yep, you have a row. I agree. Problem is now I don't want to block with Momo because I want to be able to attack into Ral. Amazing how things change. Would you like to deal with my Momo? They're like, oh, really? I wonder if they just assumed they're not going to be able to deal with anything here. Because, like, you kill that. Granted, we still get to see what's on the maps, and then we're just going to attack into Ral, but then you still get to draw and discard. So I don't know. But either way, I guess we take those. Not an exciting win, but it's a win. Okay, we'll try this, I think. I'm going to not play the multiversal passage here, because we might need it on white, and I'd feel really bad if we blew it there. But we'll see. Sadly, innkeepers don't pump each other because they happen to be humans. And that's very sad. Oh, this could be a fun situation, though. I can get rid of their Seam Rip, and then I get more mana. Oh, what do we do with this? Alright, I think we... Yeah, I guess I'll attack here. Why not? They have something they can do for 1 mana. Alright, end the turn. That guy, sure. Alright, we take 2. Oh, I know what it is. They have the enchantment that Shard Mage's Rescue or whatever that thing is. That gives the thing hexproof. That's why there's the weird pauses. Alright, well, we don't worry about even attempting to kill that. We'll just do what our other plan was, which is get rid of that. And then turn that into a thing. Is our goal just to Zookeeper here? And then try to Elspeth? I feel like that has to be the right play, right? Play land. Take 2. I don't even think we take 2. I think we just do this. And then just play the multiverse. Actually, we play starting town tapped. Because they might just have shelter here. Which, if they do, you know. And then, yeah, I'll just challenge you. If you got it, I lose my cub. That's fine. Alright. Now, there's a real chance they just have shelter by Ghost here, so I'm not going to be too shocked by that. Yep. We expected to see... Oh, they're leaving us with the Zookeeper, though. Now, that's a little bit of a surprise. Okay, trapped in the screen, so we don't necessarily want to play Elspeth yet. Good to know. Keen-Eyed Curator. What can we do with you? If we play Elspeth, we'll be at 9. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Put this on, I guess, white. And then I'm going to give... Do I make soldiers here? Because if I give our stuff flying... Well... Damn. I guess if we give stuff flying, they just double attack into Elspeth. Alright. I guess we got to do this and just hope. It's kind of where we are. Like, we haven't drawn too well, but we could still get our own shelters or other things or whatever, and that would all still help. But we need to draw them. Oh no, that's really bad. So now they can get rid of Elspeth and just attack us? Oh, okay. Feels like the door got opened a little bit for us here. Like, Elspeth was a good distraction. Alright. Come on, deck. We need help. That is not it. That's real bad, actually. Damn. Don't know if there's anything we can do here. Like, even if we Zookeeper... Yeah, I don't think that's enough. Play this on a thing, take one, attack. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll still do it. But, I mean, they could just add a counter to something. Like, there's a bunch of ways we die here. Actually, I know we're dead. Because there's virtually zero chance they don't have the, oh, what's that thing? The Shard Mage's Rescue. And if they do, there's pretty much no way we can win. I mean, I'll attack, but it's kind of a futile attack. Because we're only at 7. That's 8. Yeah, and give that flying, we just die. Yeah. So all I do is put something on the aerial list, and then we're cooked, right? Okay, they're getting rid of Badger Mole Cub. Land, please, on top? Okay. We're not dead yet. Okay, there it is. I don't know why they were messing around. Like, they already had it. Like, yeah, sure. Yeah, the funny thing is, that's one of those games where had we found our removal, had we found, you know, Ouroboroid or whatever, we could have won that one. But, yeah. Or creatures early to go with the Zookeeper. We had a bunch of outs and didn't get any of them. All right, I guess we keep it. Any chance we can get a Llanowar Elf or some other 1-mana duder? Llanowar Elf would be the perfect 1-mana thing here, but let's see if we find something. Hey, we actually did a thing. We've not done well on deck requests lately, on our draws. All right, knowing what they have, I think we're going to slow roll a Keen-Eyed Cure. Well, now we have another Keen-Eyed Cure. Never mind. We will just play one now. And get this other one down. All right. And they're cash grabbing. Sure. I guess they needed land. Nope, they're putting a creature in there. Interesting, they put the Bringer in their hand. So I wonder if they're trying to protect it somehow from Keen-Eyed Curator till they can discard it. Because I could see a situation where they wait till our instep, kill a Curator, then put it back, or then copy it. So we might be in a situation where we just have to play a second Curator. Which sounds wasteful, but might just be the plan here. Let's go ahead and attack. What all do you have in the yard? Just one thing you can get back at the moment. All right. You can get in there, I think. And then we'll play a second Curator. So I can remove at least 2 things right now. Oh, I can't take the Cavero. That makes me sad. Because that definitely would have been the thing I would have targeted, let me tell you. Alright, let's start removing other relevant cards. Let's get this. And just since we have the mana, let's go ahead and get rid of one of these Awaken the Honor Dead, I guess. Oh my gosh, I'm just like, let me find something that we can just get the beatdown moving with. You know what, though? We have what? Instant, or we have creature, enchantments. We can take instant and land from their yard. Let's do that. And at least speed up the clock here and just say, like, right, you got to do something. Like, don't know what you're going to do, but you're going to have to do something. Let's tap this. So now you can't even easily get rid of it. And then we're going to attack with this and this. I'm going to leave the rest of my mana open in case something squirrely happens here. End the turn. Alright, we're gold. Yep, you got it. Plus Curator tramples, so it's all kind of irrelevant here at this point. Yep. The worst part about this is I know I'm supposed to mulligan this. I maybe not even know, but I'm going to try to draw an untapped green source. We have a bunch of them. Oh, I failed. I failed. Water bending scroll. That's something you don't see every day. Alright, well. We'll see where this leads. I think let's just do this first. So if they have a counter can hit the Sentinel. We don't really care. Yep. I'd rather have the mana than have the body, believe it or not. Especially with us being light on lands. And this just lets you draw cards, right? Yeah, pay 6, but it costs less to activate for each island. Sure. Oh, man. We get to do whatever we want here. Shields are down, folks. Oh, boy. We get to go here. Oh, how much mana do we have? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could get rid of a Lumbering World Wagon, too. I think we will. And then let's just see where this goes. Because now, even if you deal with the Ouroboroid, this is going to be a big attack next turn. I let you scry and look at some cards, but that's not going to do it. Granted, they could find like an island to bounce something. No, because you got to deal with both of these. 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, either of these is lethal if they survive. Yep. And, well, we got to back up Ouroboroid. Look at that. That's crazy. All right, cool. I'm going to mulligan since we're on the draw. Let's see if that's any better. All right. Gorehound, great. We need graveyard things. This feels like one of those matchups of if we can get a Curator and it sticks, we probably can win. If we don't, we probably lose. Sad that sometimes it really is just that simple. You got it. All right. Okay, that wasn't a Sephiroth turn, so that wasn't terrible. Blood Witch, sure. What do you got going on here? Yeah, I would definitely block. Like that wasn't even a question. I was gonna do that in a heartbeat. Okay. What if we see what's on top first? Just a land. Not great. Not great. All right, so they're going to take that. I think we just do this and leave up Get Lost. As much as I want to make the Sentinel larger and then try to attack with an Elspeth, I just don't think that's the game plan at the moment. Yeah, you got it. I mean, right now, there's nothing crazy in the yard we're worried about with them, like, sacrificing things or whatever. So, I mean, if that is raise the pass, it's not raise the pass into a combo situation. No, why am I even worrying about leaving Get Lost up? They have Voice of Victory. Okay, so they have farm animals. Sure, that works. I will block. Like, 100% would do again. All right. This starts to get us where we want to go. Assuming this is a non-land on top. Ooh, Curator. Perfect. If I attack, they block. It doesn't really change much. Sure. Might as well do it. Yeah, block with a thing that turns into a creature. Oh, really? Really? Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that what we want to do? And just leave you with the other two things? Oh, I'm only dealing 5. Never mind. So if we're going to do that, let's get this, and let's get those then. You can keep the Blood Witch or whatever. That's fine. All right. Because now they're just in strict top deck mode, right? And we've got Curator on deck. We have Elspeth. So, like, that has to be it. Oh, it was. How sick. How sick. That's the grossest thing possible. Like, I don't even know what to say to that. The opponent just straight sick ripped the exact card they needed. Like, that just makes me hurt inside. Funny thing is, though, all things considered, they still would have to find another raise the pass, which they put a bunch of stuff in the yard and didn't leave anything on top. And the only thing we have to do is make sure they don't have sacrifice effects incoming. So we're largely okay. Yeah, no blocks. So I think the plan here is just play this. They're at 20. This becomes 4, goes to 8. This becomes 7. This becomes 7. So yeah, we'll definitely have lethal next turn. So let's just take our time here. Do I want to kill Voice of Victory? It's got to double check sacrifice effects they have. It's literally just those two, right? Yeah, let's kill Voice of Victory so they don't get any cheap life drain or whatever. I think that's the correct action here. And we can survive whatever attacking scenario they have. Oh, I forgot. That actually triggers Amalia, which is a bigger problem. Largely doesn't matter, though. We just have to not die on this attack step, I think. Yeah, it's fine. And with them leaving that on top, we don't lose here. All right. They don't have a sacrifice effect. They don't have nearly enough to punch through here. So thank you, Curator, for giving us safety just in case. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We could just let it all through if we wanted to. And they don't have any flyers to block with, so we should be all good here. Yep, that would have been good, but we don't even have to worry about that. And we will have way more than 22 attacking. No, a second Elspeth. Yeah, gee, thanks, deck. Alright. Go to taxis. Even if they had a blocker, it wouldn't matter here. 2 creatures were enough. Alright, this came in exactly at 65% at 15 and 8, and that's actually pretty strong. I don't mind that. And Zookeeper looked real good in here. I think if I had a change, I don't know. Like, there's some other creatures I think we could play other than these, but I like having these to remove, like, artifacts and enchantments. The Werewolf Bodyguard, I think, is cute. You know, when you're looking for stuff with 2 or 3 creature types and it has function. We just didn't get to see it very often. I think we only drew it in a couple of games. I like Elspeth, obviously, you know, just as a finisher over the top. Gives you something to do with this extra mana. I think the real surprise here was Keen-Eyed Curator, and our mana wasn't really hurt all that much to be able to play it, which I thought that was really sweet. So this is kind of your key to victory in several different matchups right now, because there's the Delirium deck. You also have just the regular Cavaro, whatever, Graveyard Reanimator piles. And then you have the Izzet decks that also want stuff in the graveyard. So this is good against all those things. So I like where this is headed, honestly. This can win you some games just on sheer power. It can surprise your opponent with the Zookeeper. So yeah, I'm kind of into it. I think if you were looking to play something in Standard and you want to do this, 65% ain't bad. But the list will be over at Moxfield, so you can check it out for yourself. Otherwise, that's all I have for now. We'll see you next time.